It's Laura Garda coming to you with Core Pilates and Yoga and Zen Lattes Training Systems, bringing you an ease into your yoga class workout. So if you've been away from your practice for a little bit or just kind of hit or miss with your training, this is the perfect workout to get you right back on track and help you to practice your yoga now on a more regular basis. You'll see I have my mat split like a T such that when I turn sideways, I'll be able to do some of the poses that you can see in a longer position. Obviously, you can just align your mat up right with the video as you're here now, and you can certainly reference back to it as you're moving on your mat to see proper form and positioning if you're unclear. Okay? So first of all, let's begin just simply standing on our mat, and I'd like to first acknowledge how you feel. Right? So acknowledge your resources, acknowledge all of them that you might have at your disposal. Think of doing your best in this moment, in this space, and in this time. So let's find our mountain pose to begin our yoga practice, looking down at your feet, ensuring that we have nice, clean, parallel lines with our feet and our middle toes are tracking straight ahead. With that, we'll take a nice breath in, lift the arms up overhead, and then bring your arms back down by your side and just take a moment and feel as if you're rooting through the soles of your feet, but at the same time, reaching up through the crown of your head. And let's simply close our eyes and just feel our breath starting to enter the body and allow it to escape. And just however you're breathing right now is fine. Simply welcome the breath in, allow it to swirl about, and then allow it to escape. And the thoughts likewise that might be swirling about inside your mind, simply entertain them for a moment, and then put a little Post-it and stick it to the back wall so you don't even need to worry about those thoughts, and you can truly commit to this time in this space. Let's take a few more deep breaths in. One more breath, inhaling, and simply exhaling. Nice soft gaze with the eyes. From here, moving into our feet and waking up just a bit more. Let's start by lifting all 10 toes off of the mat, just the toes, mind you. So the transverse arch of the foot is actually pressing down into the mat. So we have our big toe lifting, and ideally our little toe is lifting just as high. And from here, we'll start with just the big toes, lowering the big toes and lifting them up and down on the mat like they're doing their own set of push-ups. And then from there, we'll hold all the toes up and just work with the little toes out. And reaching out to the sides, go those little toes nice and strong. Out and out. One more time with the little toes. And then we'll alternate, get a little fancy here right now. We're gonna go big toe tapping down to the mat and little toe. And you may find that your fingers might start to make a little cell phone call to your toes and try to get them to help and connect together, which is good. That means it's a smart body. So continue working and trying your best to move those toes independently. And then from here, we'll start with the little toe and lower each toe down onto the mat's surface. Fantastic. Let's take a deep breath in here. We'll leave our right arm up, take our left arm and drop it down by your side. We'll laterally flex. And then come on up and try the other side. Nice big stretches through the side of your body. And as we work through the sides of our body here with some lateral flexion, your gaze can start to follow along with your arms. So you might look up as the arm floats up and then thusly down as the arm draws down. So again, we'll inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. We'll finish one more time and dropping down. Fantastic. From here, both arms coming up. Let's interlace those fingers, stretch up, lift up, and look up. And then lightly bring those hands behind the head. So as the hands are behind the head, let's glide into the toes, and we'll just dial those heels together in space. So we're kind of trying to wrap around our torso and our body, making us one long pole. From here, let's exhale and rotate over to our right side. So we'll spiral and twist, and then we'll inhale center, and we'll spiral and twist the other way. And just feel how your exhalation lends itself to the rotation of the body. One more time each direction, please. Here we go, twisting it out. And then let's come right back to the center. Reach those arms up again. We'll glide into the toes, separate the heels, and move into some chair squats. So we'll sit down in a chair that, of course, is not there, and we'll sweep right back up. So exhale, squat down, and lift up. Starting to get the body moving a little stronger now. Note that the toes are still tracking straight ahead once again, and those knees are tracking straight ahead, right above the ankles and the midfoot as you squat down. We'll exhale as we come down. We'll inhale as we come up. Again, your gaze could follow, looking up, lifting up, dropping down and looking down. Allow the head and neck to be just a natural extension of your spine as you go. Let's do 2 more here. Last one, we'll hold up, take a nice stretch back. Greet your day. And then from here, bring your hands back into your heart. So we're going to start just a mini little flow from our mountain pose. So we'll come back to our mountain, take a deep breath in, lifting the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. We'll take a forward fold, tiny bend of the knees as much as you need. From here, half lift out. Your gaze is just simply going out in front of your mat. And then we'll come back into that chair pose where we just were. So we'll inhale, lifting up. Exhale, diving down. Half lift out. And that chair, I'm going to show a few from the side. So again, you'll inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dive, nice hinge at the hips. Half lift and chair. Inhale, you're up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift and chair. Last time here, deep breath in. Exhale, dive down. Half lift, and we'll hold our chair pose. Waking up those feet just a smidge more. Peel your right heel up, press into the toe fold, and then land down and other side, lifting up and landing down. Excellent, couple more. Floating up and floating up. One more each foot. And then we'll challenge that balance here today by floating both heels up. And we know the world can use a hug, so let's just open those arms up as if you were giving the world a hug. Fantastic. Lower those heels. Take a deep breath in, standing up. Exhale from here, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift out, and then instead let's collapse back down and come down onto all fours. So we're lowering down onto all fours. Again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see just a little bit better. From this all fours position, I have shoulder and wrist and knee and hip. If you need an extra cushion for your knees, certainly you can grab a folded up towel or another little piece of yoga mat can give you a little extra cushioning while we kneel for just a few moments. So from this all fours position, let's go ahead and round the body into what is known as an angry cat. So we're exhaling, pulling the belly in and feeling the back body arching up. And then with control here, we'll sink the belly towards the mat, lifting through the head and the tail, coming into our lazy cow. So with our breath, exhale, scooping, rounding the spine. Inhale, extend, and then lengthening. Exhale again, please round up and extend. One more time here, rounding up and extend. Now each of those was a degree off of neutral spine, so let's find our neutral spine here. Rib to hip connection, nice and level. Back space, nice and broad. Left arm's going to reach out in front, right leg's going to extend back. So we have spinal balance. Holding our body here as level as we can. With control, we lower down and find the other side. Reach out. And then come right back down. And we'll move right with our breath. Inhale as we extend and reach. Exhale as we control and return. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, control, return. One more time, extend and reach. And down. Last time, extend and reach. And landing back down. From all fours here, let's go ahead and sit back towards our heels and reach those arms out. Find our child's pose. Head lightly dropping down in between the framework of the arms. From our child's pose, let's lift those hands, getting ready for downward dog. So again, it might have been a couple of days, so let's make sure we get our downward dog all set. Palms are going to be straight ahead. Middle finger, just like your middle toes, we're tracking straight ahead. Your middle finger is tracking straight ahead. Palms are nice and wide spread. You're going to shift your weight forward, curl your toes under. As we lift the legs and find neutral spine here, you're in your plank position. From plank, we'll hinge at the hips, send the sits bones back and away, and move into downward facing dog. So again, let's inhale forward to plank. Gaze is right out in front of you. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more times, forward plank. Downward facing dog. One more time, plank. And then our last downward facing dog. So we'll hold our downward facing dog here. Again, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Nice exhale out the nose or mouth. Maintaining your form, maintaining those widespread palms, lightly lifted through the heels, lengthening the backs of the legs. And then we'll gently bend at the knees. You're gonna walk your hands all the way up to meet your feet. So you're gonna walk right up to the front of your mat. Once you arrive there, let's take a half lift out. And then take our chair pose. And then we'll come all the way up and down. So from here, let's begin a few sun salutations. So we'll start in our mountain, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, we swan dive, forward fold. Half lift here, and we'll step back with our right leg. So the right leg will step back in a lunge position. We're gonna sweep the arms up, tap those fingers top, and then come right down. Hands will land by the toes, and we'll step back into our downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll inhale forward to plank. Remember, looking out at the edge of your mat. Using your body here, push off your toes, lightly drop the knees to the mat, and then bend the elbows right by the sides of the body. From here, we'll control the body to the floor, lowering down, and then move into a little baby cobra position. Lower back down, curl the toes, push up, hands to knees, and then downward facing dog. Bending those knees, travel the feet to meet the hands, half lift is out. Chair pose, and inhale, you're up. And we continue from there, so I'll do it from the side now. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift is out. From here, you'll step back with your left leg. So switching the lead, we come up into a nice lunge. We lower back down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the body forward plank. Toes, knees drop, elbows bend, and the body lowers to the ground. Feet down, kneecaps up, elbows squeeze by your side, little cobra. Lower down, curl the toes, push up, downward facing dog. And again, we bend the knees, we travel the feet to meet the hands, half lift out. And our chair pose sits us down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we swan dive, forward fold. Half lift out, right leg steps back for the lunge. We tap top. We lower down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, toes, knees, elbows, body to the floor. Exhale, cobra. Lower down, curl the toes, push up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, travel the feet to meet the hands, half lift out. Chair pose sitting down. Inhale, you're tall. Exhale, down again from the side. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift out. Your left leg steps back. Tap top. Come on down, step back, downward facing dog. Nice lift through the hips. Inhale, forward to your plank. Toes bring you forward, knees drop you down, elbows guiding right by the side of the body. We control the lower. Cobra. Lower down, curl the toes, big push, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, travel the feet to meet the toes. Come on up, half lift out. Chair pose. Inhale, you're tall. Exhale, you're down. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dive. Half lift, right leg steps back for the lunge. Tap top. Come on down, left leg steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Toes bring you forward, knees drop you down, elbows bend, lowering the body with control, lifting the torso, baby cobra. Lower down, curl the toes, big push, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, travel the feet to meet the hands, half lift. Chair pose. Inhale, you're tall. And exhale, you're down. Last time, here we go. Inhale, we're up. Exhale, we dive. Half lift out. Left leg takes its step back, tap top. Come on down. Right leg steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale the body, forward plank. Toes, knees, elbows to the mat. Little baby cobra. Lower down, curl the toes, big push. Downward facing dog. From here, bend the knees, travel the feet to meet the hands. Come on up, half lift. Chair pose. We inhale tall. And down. Fantastic. From here, from the front of your mat, we're going to stay standing for a little bit, so I'm just going to move to the side. But from the front of your mat, we're going to step back with our right leg into warrior one. So we'll step back, lift those arms up. And then from here, moving into warrior two, simply open out the arms, extend front and back of your mat. And then from warrior two, you're going to glide forward with your body. So you're going to glide forward and then turn the front palm up, reverse warrior, pouring back. And then from here, we'll cartwheel those hands down either side. Let's hold a plank. Find some upper body strengthening here. So we'll find a nice solid plank position. Again, gaze is lightly out past your mat. And then let's go ahead and hinge downward facing dog. Nice bend of the knees. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Half lift out. And again, a chair pose. Inhale, you're tall. And exhale down. And we'll try the other side. So we'll step back with the left leg. Warrior one here, lifting up. Then opening out to the side, warrior two. And then your reverse warrior. Reach your body forward to the front edge of your mat. And then cartwheel just the torso, pouring back. So it's lateral flexion with your upper body. The lower body is lunging, sinking both front and back, rooting through the soles of those feet. From reverse warrior, let's cartwheel those hands down either side. Step back once again, plank, holding here. And then up into our downward facing dog. And then let's bend the knees, travel the feet to meet the hands. Once again, half lift and our chair pose. Inhale, we're tall. And exhale, we're down. So from here, with our chair, let's stand with those feet together in chair. We'll bring the arms out, coming into twisted chair, taking the left tricep to the right thigh. So we're going to twist over to the side. And then inhale up, twist over to the other side. Inhaling up, exhale, twisting. Inhaling up, exhale, twisting. Make sure the knees and feet stay tracking straight ahead. One more time, we'll hold to our right side here. Separate those arms and look up to the sky. And close those palms, uncoil, come tall. And then let's twist to the other side. Again, holding here, separate, reaching, twisting, extending. Nice job, close those palms, come back to the center, big lift up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift out. Collapse back down, stepping back to your downward facing dog. And then from our down dog, let's come forward into plank. So finding a little plank strengthening here. Those of you that have trained with me before know I do like my planks. So we're going to do our favorite get up, get down plank. So from a plank position, we'll simply drop down with our right forearm and then our left. And then you'll come back up. And then you get to switch the lead. Drop down, come up, and again, drop, up, one more. And up, finding that plank, hold here, solid breath in, solid breath out. One more time, solid breath in, and solid breath out. Take your breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. Good stretch. And then let's slowly glide back into our plank, making our way down to the mat. We'll push off the toes, drop the knees, and land the whole body down. So from here, lying nice and long on our mat, moving into locust pose for some low back strengthening. We'll take the palms back by our side. We're going to go ahead and exhale. Pull your belly into your back side. Elongate through the arms and the legs, and then lightly float your body like it's a canoe. Just gliding along a lake, nice and smooth. And then softly control, lower down. We'll try that 2 more times. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pull the belly in and elongate the body as you lift. And lower down. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, elongate and float. Softly come down. Hands sneak right underneath the shoulders. We'll lift up. Swing those knees underneath you just a bit. Scoop it around and move the body into child's pose. Nice, good stretch. And slowly coming up, we're going to go ahead and take a seat on our mat and move into boat pose. So as we're seated here, take just a moment and rock from sit bone to sit bone. Find yourself rooting down. Hands are going to sneak underneath the hamstrings. From our lengthened spine, we'll hinge and lean back, and then lift one leg, and then the other. Now finding our balance here, we'll release one arm, and then the other. See if you can find a subtle scoop in at the belly and a nice lift through the chest and the torso. Take your breath in and out. One more. And then with control, let's land the feet. Turn the soles of the feet together. Take a little butterfly position here. Hands to the ankles, elbows to along the inner thighs and the knees, and we'll slightly lean forward. And then let's close back up, legs together. Finding boat number 2, we'll lift back up. This time we're going to grab our oar. So we're going to grab our oar with our hands. Keep the legs nice and still. Rotate over towards your right. And then your left. And you're rowing your boat now, side to side, getting a nice rotation through the torso. And we'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Once again, another butterfly. Lower down. And then working a little stronger now with our boat. We're coming back up. Classic boat position. With your oar now, but we're going to rock the boat just a little bit. So as we row to our right, we're going to extend the legs to the left. And then we'll switch. Try to keep the legs as glued together and connected as you can. So you're rotating through your torso, twisting and lengthening the legs out. We go 4, 3, 2, last set here, and center. This time, instead of butterfly, let's come into turtle and really relax the body. So you'll have your same diamond pattern of your legs, but allow the hands to come underneath, and we'll round, thinking of placing our face towards our feet. So we'll slide the hands, round down, great release through the back. And then slowly make your way up. From here, moving into bridge pose. I'm going to teach this one to the side so you'll have a little better visual of what's going on. You're still on your mat, right? Feet are towards the front. Your knees and feet are about fist distance apart. Hands to the hamstrings. You have plenty of mat space behind you. You're going to slowly lower down. Arms long by your side, and we want about a palm's distance from sit bone to heel. So I need to cinch up just a little bit so that my feet aren't too far out from underneath me. As I'm here, the important thing with bridge is that we just keep our gaze straight up, okay? So inhale, prepare to bridge. Exhale, press through the feet and slowly lift using the hamstrings, using the glute, and then of course using your belly and your erector spinae. So you're making a little spine sandwich here with your core as you're lifting up. We'll take a breath in here and then slowly exhale and articulate right back down. Think ribs, think waist, think tail. Inhale, going again. Exhale, we float up. Inhale while we're up. Exhale, slowly articulate right back down. And we'll try 2 more here. Take a breath in. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, you're up. Exhale, slowly make your way down. One more time, please. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, you're up. And exhale, down. From there, hug the knees into the chest. Give your body a little rock from side to side. And then let's move into lying spinal twist. So we'll leave our right leg in. Left leg is going to extend out. Your left hand goes to your right knee. Right arm is out by your side. Shift your hips to the right. So you have just a little tiny shift there. Shift your hips to the right and drop your right knee to the left. Great rotation through the spine. If you'd like, turn your gaze towards your reaching right arm. And then let's slowly come back to center. We'll reposition. Hug the left knee in. Right leg is out. Shift your hips this time to the left. Drop your left knee to the right. We drop over and we turn our gaze, if we would like, to the left. And then let's slowly come back to the center again. Reposition and shift. Hug both knees into the chest. And let's just take a moment and really wrap those knees into the chest. Float the head, neck, and shoulders up, nose to knees. Hug your body into a tight little ball. and then keep the upper body curled. Slip your hands right underneath your bottom, just a little pop up there. Extend the legs up, and then relax the head. And let's just close our eyes here for a few moments and breathe with this modified inversion. Just letting those legs be nice and lifted. Now, if this is challenging for you and the legs don't quite straighten, okay, simply hold them up in a bent position. But the important part is you have that little pop-up where you're kind of sitting on your forearms. So that creates a little bowl for your pelvis so that your back stays protected, okay? So either bent or extended. Closing eyes here, we'll take about 3 breaths in and out. And then gently bend the knees in. If they're not already there, we'll extend the legs out nice and long onto your mat. Arms will be nice and long, and you can find your body in what's known as Shavasana, right? So lengthening out nice and still. Now, a couple options here. If your back is a little cranky, bend the knees, have the feet wide on your mat, let the knees fall together, and that will press your low back down to the mat. If your hips are a little cranky, turn the soles of the feet together and just allow the knees to fall out to the side. So we have traditional, cranky back, cranky hips. So name your poison there for your balancing, relaxing, soothing, rejuvenating, all in one position here, known as Shavasana. And just close your eyes for a few moments. And we'll actually be ending the video here. You stay relaxing, you stay enjoying, because I know you need this time. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you live with ease. Namaste.